This is Akashavani Mangaluru. Yuvavani. Dear friends, welcome to today's English Yuvavani program. In today's program, there are two talks: Sustainable Development by Ashitha G. Shetty Madhya and Exploration of Emotional Wellness Across Gender by Jahnavi. In the beginning, it is Jahnavi with their speech on the topic Exploration of Emotional Wellness Across Gender.
Emotional wellness is the understanding and control of one's own emotions. It can also be called emotional well-being or emotional health in some cases with the same meaning. The National Center for Emotional Wellness described it as a consciousness, comprehension, and acceptance of our feelings, as well as the ability to manage through challenges and changes effectively. The late 1950s saw the rise of emotional well-being according to the Global Wellbeing Institute. It has become clear over the last few years that being emotionally healthy is necessary for a happy and fulfilling life. Consequently, October has been named Emotional Wellness Month to create public awareness about this concept. Throughout history, society has greatly influenced how men and women manifest their feelings. Men are often encouraged to be strong by not revealing their weaknesses through traits such as toughness and independence. Unfortunately, this can lead to difficulties in communicating emotions among men, making them more vulnerable than women to stress and psychological problems. Contrariwise, women might experience a greater obligation to nursing and be emotionally available, leading them to put the needs of others before their own. Although females may find it easy to show how they feel, societal expectations can still create stereotypes about particular emotions such as anger or assertiveness by labeling them as undesirable. Emotional wellness is influenced by biology. Hormonal changes during menstruation, pregnancy, or menopause can alter a woman's mood. Furthermore, cognitive disparities in emotional processing between males and females contribute to different coping mechanisms and responses to stress. A lot of psychologists do not agree with the idea that males exhibit less emotional expression than females do. Men demonstrate what is known as restrictive emotionality. That means that they tend to inhibit the expression of certain emotions and are not willing to self-disclose intimate feelings. According to Leslie R. Brody and Judith A. Hall's book Handbook of Emotions, there is a difference in emotional expressions beginning from 4 to 6 years old when girls start expressing more sadness and anxiety than boys. Societal norms dictate different roles and expectations for individuals based on their gender. If these standards are perceived as uncompromising, it may lead to tension, angst, and a depressive state when such people feel they should carry themselves along societal established gender stereotypes, even though those may not be in line with their true selves or preferences. Gender minorities like transgender and non-binary people may experience exclusion and bias due to their gender identity. This may result in feelings of isolation, low self-esteem, and psychological distress. Disparities in access to resources and support systems such as healthcare, education, and employment opportunities also have implications for emotional health based on gender. For example, women could be prevented from obtaining mental health services by insufficient funds or culture dishonor. Gender differences in socialization practices as well as communication styles can impact how people express emotions or cope with them. To exemplify this point, men may be oriented not to show any signs of sadness or vulnerability, which lead to high rates of depression and suicide. Emotional well-being is profoundly affected by sexual assault violence, such as domestic violence and harassment related to one's gender position. After going through such experiences, survivors might experience anxiety, PTSD, that is post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, or even both of them at once. Although our society has made significant strides towards achieving emotional wealth for all its citizens, irrespective of their gender, there are still some major bottlenecks that hinder this. To overcome them, it is necessary to design measures which foster inclusion, and a sense of belongingness among individuals concerning various genders. One way of doing this is by providing specific resources and support systems that take into account the unique emotional requirements and experiences of different sexes. Moreover, through talking openly about gender and emotional wellness, myths can be dispelled. It's worth noting that cultural attitudes on gender roles having a great impact on people's emotional well-being. Meanwhile, men may feel discouraged from revealing their weaknesses or seeking help for psychological difficulties because such behaviors are associated with femininity. In contrast, girls could be pressured to fit into particular emotional stereotypes. It is therefore important to sensitize people on different ways emotions are expressed and managed among others irrespective of their sexes. Emotional well-being can vary significantly across different age groups due to various factors such as cognitive development, life experiences, social interactions, and coping mechanisms. Here is an overview of emotional well-being in different age groups. Emotional well-being in early childhood, that is 0 to 5 years of age, is largely influenced by the quality of caregiving they receive, including responsiveness to their needs, affection, and stability. Attachment to caregivers play a crucial role in emotional regulation and the development of trust. Infants and toddlers primarily express emotions through crying, smiling, and body language. Emotional well-being is linked to social interactions with peers and adults, as well as early experiences in structured environments like preschool. They start to develop basic emotional regulation skills but may still have outbursts or tantrums when overwhelmed or frustrated. Play is a significant outlet for emotional expression and learning social skills. It is important to encourage children to play with a diverse range of toys and engage in activities that are not limited by gender stereotypes. This allows them to explore their interests freely without constraints based on their gender. Using inclusive language that does not reinforce traditional gender norms is also crucial. Encouraging children to express themselves without any limitations based on gender norms can help them develop a strong sense of self and individuality. It is also important to introduce children to diverse role models from different genders and backgrounds through stories, books, and media. This can broaden their understanding of gender diversity and promote empathy and inclusivity. The emotional well-being of children aged between 6 to 12 years is affected by their experiences in school, relationship with friends, family dynamics, and self-esteem. They become more conscious of their emotions and start to comprehend the link between their thoughts, feelings, and actions. They begin to develop coping skills and resilience through social interactions and problem solving. Incorporating lessons about gender diversity and inclusion into school curricula can help foster empathy, understanding, and respect for all genders. Encouraging children to participate in activities and hobbies traditionally associated with different genders can break down stereotypes and promote inclusivity. It's important to implement anti-bullying programs and policies that specifically address gender-based bullying and discrimination in schools and communities. Emotional well-being during adolescence, that is 13 to 18 years of age, can be volatile due to hormonal changes, peer pressure, academic stress, and identity exploration. They experience a wide range of emotions and may struggle with self-esteem, body image issues, and mood swings. Developing coping strategies, healthy relationships, and a sense of identity are crucial for emotional stability. We must advocate for equal opportunities in education, employment, and leadership positions and address the systemic barriers that hinder the advancement of individuals based on their gender. To support the professional growth and development of individuals from underrepresented genders, we must provide mentorship programs and networking opportunities. It is also essential to promote work-life balance policies and flexible work arrangements that can accommodate the diverse needs and responsibilities of individuals across gender. Emotional well-being in adulthood, that is 19 to 65 years of age, can be affected by various transitions such as starting college, entering the workplace, forming romantic relationships, and gaining independence. Adults may face challenges related to career decisions, financial responsibilities, and balancing personal life with work and or education. To maintain emotional health, it is important to develop coping skills, resilience, and maintain social connections. Emotional well-being during middle adulthood is influenced by career satisfaction, relationships, parenting responsibilities, and physical health. Therefore, managing stress, finding work life balance, and maintaining meaningful social connections become more important. Midlife transitions, such as changing careers, having an empty nest, and caring for elderly parents, can have a significant impact on emotional well being. To ensure that all employees feel respected and valued in the workplace, it's important to establish policies and practices that eliminate any gender bias when it comes to hiring, promotions, and compensation. It's also important to advocate for parental leave policies that are inclusive of all genders so that caregiving responsibilities can be balanced with career goals. By promoting caregivers with support services and resources, we can help to create a fair distribution of care and address gender disparities in caregiving responsibilities. Emotional well being in older adults, that is 65 years and above, can be influenced by retirement, health issues, loss of loved ones, and changes in social roles. Maintaining social connections, engaging in activities that bring joy, and adjusting to life changes are important for emotional health. Resilience built over a lifetime and coping strategies developed earlier can help navigate challenges in later life stages. To address gender based health disparities among older adults, it is important to ensure equitable access to healthcare services and promote awareness of gender specific health issues. Additionally, combating social isolation among older adults can be achieved by creating inclusive social opportunities and support networks that cater to diverse needs and interests of individuals across gender. To empower older adults to stay engaged, informed, and connected with their communities, lifelong learning opportunities and educational programs should be promoted regardless of gender. Breaking down these barriers while ensuring equal access to mental health facilities, regardless of gender identity, requires creating safe spaces for open dialogue as well as inclusive mental health services within organizations. Ultimately, creating a more equitable and supportive environment for emotional wellness benefits not only individuals but society. It's important to note that individuals within age group may have unique experiences and variations in emotional well-being based on factors such as personality, environment, cultural background, and past experiences. Regular assessment, support from caregivers, access to mental health resources, and healthy coping strategies can contribute to better emotional well-being across all age groups. Being emotionally well is an important part of overall health. Every possible gender difference in this regard must be understood to promote mental health. According to psychological research, there are disparities in emotional well-being between the sexes. Although emotions are diverse among both genders, their expressions and coping strategies differ significantly. Women generally find social support and they talk about their feelings while men engage in physical activities or problem solving when faced with stress or other forms of emotional distress. Consequently, understanding these variations may assist in developing more sex specific approaches for improving individuals' emotional well being as well as mental fitness. Furthermore, it should be recognized that a binary conception of gender does not exhaust the meaning of good living conditions emotionally. Thus, more studies still need to be done on people who are not within a male female frame. Emotional health is vital to our daily lives and overall well being. Emotional health research has recognized that males, females, and people who do not identify with these genders have different emotional wellness levels. Hence, this calls for more tailored interventions. As a result, understanding the variations in emotional well being among men, women, non binary individuals, and gender non conforming individuals can lead to more progressive approaches to promoting mental and emotional well being.
Exploration of emotional wellness across gender. That was a speech delivered by Jahnavi. Now, Ashitha G. Shetty Madhya will speak on the topic Sustainable Development.
Sustainable development is all about meeting all our needs from clean air to comfortable clothes without depriving our future generation of the same comforts. We all need clean air to breathe, fresh water to drink, and fun things to play with. But what if we use all these to an exhaustible level and leave nothing for our friends later? That is not fair. The core idea of sustainable development is all about striking a balance between our economy, environment, and society. Of course, the concept of sustainable development is not new. It has been followed since human civilization. Our ancestors knew that a healthy harvest depends on healthy soil and a thriving community depends on clean air and water. They lived in a delicate balance with nature. They knew that if they took too much wood for fires, there wouldn't be any left for next winter. They also noticed that planting certain crops together helped the soil stay healthy. These clever people weren't calling it sustainable development, but they were definitely protecting the environment by only taking what they needed and taking care of the land for future harvest. They weren't perfect, of course, but there was a deep seated understanding. Taking care of the earth and it will take care of you. Today, human beings made incredible advancement in technology, but it hasn't always been kind to the environment. Today, human beings have self-driving cars, TV on walls and robots doing all the chores for them. But slowly, when he start to notice there are some downside to this innovation. The air outside feels thick and smoky, making it hard to breathe. The rivers used to swim in looking cloudy and full of trash. This is because cars, trucks and factories all rely on burning fuels like gasoline and coal. This burning releases smoke and gases that pollute the air, making it hard to breathe and contributing to climate change. The trees grown act like giant air filters, cleaning the air we breathe. But when we cut down too many trees, there are fewer filters left and the air gets dirty. It also disrupts the homes of many animals and make it harder for rain to fall. We throw away a lot of stuffs, plastic bottles, food scraps and more. This trash ends up in landfills, pollutes our ocean and harms wildlife. Moreover, the way today's farming is done by human beings also hurts the soil. Sometimes people use too many chemicals on their farms to grow crops. These chemicals can wash away into rivers and streams, making the water unsafe for people and animals to drink. We all need water to survive, but sometimes we use more than we need. This can lead to drought, where there is not enough water left for plants and animals. All these acts of human beings in the recent past have contributed significantly to environmental pollution. If these acts are left unchecked, they can cause irreversible damage to the environment. Hence, according importance to sustainable development is crucial for the long-term prosperity of business and economies. Further, beside human acts, even big corporate houses also contribute to environmental pollution. Companies in various sectors, from manufacturing to energy production, can release harmful chemicals and gases into the air and water. This pollutes our lungs, rivers, and ocean, harming wildlife and human health. For instance, the companies that make all those cool gadgets often use a lot of energy and releases smoke and chemicals as waste. The smoke pollutes the air and the chemical can sometimes leak into the water, making it dirty for people and animals. Similarly, a textile company produces garments and releases untreated wastewater into a nearby river. This can contaminate the water with chemicals and dyes, making it unsafe for fish and people who depend on the river. A company that sells bottled water with excessive plastic packaging, this creates unnecessary waste that takes hundreds of years to decompose and pollutes the environment. Similarly, a company that clears vast areas of rainforest to create palm oil plantation, this destroys the homes of countless species and releases large amount of carbon dioxide when the trees are burned. All these are harmful acts by the business corporation that are damaging the ecosystem of human beings. Against the backdrop of this unwarranted development, the objective of sustainable development are focused on addressing the environmental, economic, and social challenges facing the world today. These objectives provide a framework for promoting sustainable economic growth and also ensuring that needs of future generations are not met. Added to this, the United Nations members in 2015 gave a universal call to take action to end poverty and protect the environment through its Sustainable Development Goals, which are also known as Global Goals. It aims to achieve the set goal by 2030 so people can live peacefully and prosper. The Sustainable Development Goals offers corporate sector opportunity for collective engagement in sustainable development. By aligning corporate social responsibility effort with SDG, companies can address environmental challenges. Let me now discuss how corporate social responsibility helps to achieve sustainable development goals. Corporate social responsibility. It is a strategy undertaken by companies to not just enhance profit, but also to take an active and positive social role in the world around them. The term is also associated with the related term corporate citizenship. In recent decades, CSR has become associated with sustainability and the environment as individuals, governments, and non-profit organizations increasingly blame corporations for not doing enough to help limit the risk of climate change and the corresponding environmental impacts. CSR encourages business to minimize their environmental footprint by optimizing resource use. This can involve practices like reducing energy consumption through efficient appliances and processes, conserving water, and minimizing paper usage. Again, effective waste management is a key CSR principle. Companies can achieve this by implementing recycling programs, using eco-friendly packaging, and finding ways to reduce overall waste generation. Transportation and industrial processes contribute to air and greenhouse gas emission. CSR initiative can involve using cleaner technologies, supporting renewable energy sources, and reducing businesses' travel through remote work options. Under CSR, some companies go beyond reducing their impact and actively participate in environmental restoration projects. This can involve planting trees, cleaning up polluted areas, or supporting conservation efforts. CSR can lead businesses to develop and offer products and services that are more environmentally friendly. This could involve using recycled material, designing products for longer lifespan, or developing services that minimize environmental impact. Businesses that embrace CSR can become advocates for environmental protection. They can use their influence to support environmental legislation and promote sustainable practices throughout their industry. Hence, corporate social responsibility can be a powerful tool in promoting sustainable environmental protection and contributes to a greener future. Let me now present some corporate practices on sustainable environmental developments. Companies can improve energy efficiency by using LED lighting, upgrading appliances and equipments to more energy efficient model, and implementing processes that reduce energy consumption. Businesses can invest in renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, or geothermal power to reduce their reliance on fossil fuels. Companies can conserve water by installing low-flow faucets and toilets, fixing promptly, and using water-efficient landscaping practices. Companies can use recycled material in their packaging, design packaging that is easy to recycle, and minimize the amount of packaging used overall. Businesses can design products that are made from recycled material, are durable and long-lasting, and can be easily repaired or recycled at the end of their useful life. Businesses can reduce their transportation emission by using fuel-efficient vehicles, implementing teleconferencing and video conferencing to reduce business travel, and optimizing delivery routes. Companies can protect natural habitats by developing on brownfield sites and minimizing their impact on underdeveloped land. Business can support biodiversity by planting native trees and shrubs on their property, creating wildlife habitats, and avoiding the use of pesticides and herbicides. These are just a few examples, and many other corporate practices can also contribute to sustainable development. By implementing these practices, businesses can help to protect the environment for future generations. Let me now present the case of a few Indian companies that exemplify sustainable environmental practices. Firstly, Godrej Consumer Products Limited. This company focuses on renewable energy through windmill installation in their plants. It uses recycled plastic in their product packaging. Next is Infosys. This company constructed green building with energy efficient features like rainwater harvesting and solar power generation. This company committed to planting trees and reducing their carbon footprint. Another company is Wipro Limited. This company established an Earthian program to promote environmental consciousness among employees. It invested in wind energy to power their data centers. Next is ITC Limited. This company committed to sustainable forestry practices through paper plantation, launched eco-friendly packaging initiative for their product. One more company is Tata Motor Limited. This company aims for water positivity by returning more water to the environment than they extract, implements waste minimization practices across their production facilities. Finally, Mahindra Group. This company promotes sustainable mobility solutions, especially electric vehicles, to accelerate the adoption of clean transportation alternatives, decrease reliance on fossil fuels, and mitigate the environmental impact of transportation. These are just a few shining examples, and many other Indian companies are working towards environmental sustainability. Sustainable practices comes in all shapes and sizes. It can be a big corporation switching to recycled packaging like the Indian brand Beach, which uses pineapple leaves to craft stylish handbags, or it can be a local coffee shop offering reusable mugs to customers. Every step counts in this regard. A healthy planet is essential for a healthy business environment. By taking care of the earth, businesses are ensuring their own long-term success. The road to sustainability is a journey, not a destination. There will be challenges, but the rewards are worth it. By embracing sustainable practices, business can become a powerful agent of change. They can create a future where prosperity and environmental responsibility go hand in hand. There is a need for building a future where innovation and environmental responsibility create a symphony of progress, a world where businesses are not just successful but truly sustainable.
Sustainable development. That was the speech delivered by Ashitha G. Shetty Madhya. Dear friends, that's all in today's English Yuvavani program. See you next time. Thank you.